In this video, we'll be going over how to set up GPS approaches and some GPS approach techniques. Basically, we're going to mirror the GPS approach techniques guide on page 54 of your in-flight guide. Step 1 is going to be select the GPS approach. To do this, go to check your RAIM by going to Index, GPS Control, and then ensuring your destination field and ETA are selected in the proper box. Notice how Approach RAIM now says available. This will automatically be done if in your Departures Arrivals page you have MLU already selected. It'll calculate that for you. Now, by going to Departures Arrivals, we're ensuring once again that we have this set up properly. Once selected, you can see that there are two options, vectors and Lurby. Some other approaches might have more initial approach fixes other than Lurby, but in this case we'll be selecting vectors. From the Departures Arrivals page, go to the Legs page. Here we're going to check our specific waypoints, altitudes, and tolerances. For the waypoints, we're checking that the named waypoints on the approach match the waypoints loaded into the FMS. From there we check the appropriate altitudes, in which case if we are using the VNAV function to make sure that we will end up at the proper altitudes at the right time. For our distance tolerances, we're allowed plus or minus 0.1 nautical miles from what is depicted on flip. You can see here that some of them are going to get rounded up or down on the CDU. Specifically for the final approach length, we're going to need to check that passing the FAF on the EHSI to get an exact 0.1 number. Lastly would be the degrees of the instrument approach final course. We are allowed plus or minus 5 degrees. As you can see here, it matches up 222 to 222. Once on vectors, assure that your DSP setup is FMS. For a vectored approach, what we'll do is select the legs page, which we have here, select the IAF, and put it into the blue. This technique is called bluing it up. Notice that once executed, the IAF is in the blue and the final approach fix is in the pink. This will allow the FMS to sequence properly from your vectors to your final approach course. Another technique, known as bigging it up, involves going direct to the final approach fix. From there, you will put an intercept course of whatever the course would be going to the final approach fix. In this case, 222. Once executed, this will allow a line to be drawn to the FAF of that exact course, going to the FAF, then to the runway.